Hello everyone. Today we are going to be discussing about one of the most important topic of IPC, and that is the meaning, definition and nature of crime. It is also very important from the perspective of your law examination as it is asked in long questions. So without wasting time, let's start with today's topic. So firstly, let's see what's the meaning of crime. Crime is a public wrong. It is an offense against the community or society as a whole. It causes threat to social security and creates social disorder. For example, murder, rape, theft, robbery, forgery, etc. So it means that crime does not cause injury to an individual only, but it is a crime towards the whole of the state, unlike tort. Now let's move on to the definition of crime. The word crime is derived from Greek word krimos, which means social order, and it is applied to those acts that go against social order and are worthy of serious condemnation. In simple word, crime is an illegal or immoral act that is punishable by law. It is very difficult to give a correct and precise definition of the term crime. However, many attempts were made to define the term crime. So prominent among them I have mentioned here. So the very first definition is of Blackstone's definition. Sir William Blackstone, in his Commentaries of Law of England, defined crime as an act committed or omitted in violation of public law, either forbidding or commanding it. Now, what does it mean by commission and omission of an act in violation of public law? So, offense can take place in two ways, that is, by commission of an act which forbidden by law. For instance, killing a person by administering poison into his food, or killing someone with any weapon. So, commission means that you are doing something which you are not supposed to do in the eye of law, and that is ultimately causing injury to the society. Crime can take place by omission of an act as well. For instance, killing a person without giving food. So, here you're supposed to give food, but you are omitting your duty, and it is a crime to deprive someone of food in the eye of law. So, here you are supposed to do something which you are not doing, and you are omitting your duty, which is a crime. Hope you got this. So, moving on, Sir James Stephen says crime is an act which is both forbidden by law and revolting to the moral sentiments of the society. So, revolting means against, which means that something which is against to the moral sentiments of the society. Keaton has defined crime as a crime today would seem to be any undesirable act which the state finds it most convenient to correct by the institution of proceedings for infliction of penalty instead of leaving the remedy to the discretion of some injured person. इसको आप हिंदी में समझो. इसका मतलब ये है कि जो रेमेडी है उसे उस पर्सन के विवेक पे ना छोड़ते हुए जिसको कि इंजरी हुई है, जो कि विक्टिम है, स्टेट खुद दंड का प्रावधान करती है. अकॉर्डिंग टू पैटन, इन क्राइम वी फाइंड दैट द नॉर्मल मोड्स आर that the state has power to control the procedure to remit the penalty or to inflict punishment. Here, remit the penalty means to wiping out the fine. In the other word, to make an order that you don't have to pay the sum. So it's up to state whether they remit the penalty or inflict punishment. Now let's see the definition of crime as per the Indian Penal Code. As there is no satisfactory definition, it is not defined in the Indian Penal Code. The word offense is used in the Penal Code in the place of crime. According to Section 40 of the Indian Penal Code, except in the chapters and sections mentioned in Clause 2 and 3 of this section, the word offense denotes a thing punishable by this code. It is to be noted the definition under section 40 refers to offences prescribed by the Indian Penal Code 1860. The Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. According to section 2N of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, offence means any act or omission made punishable by any law for the time being in force and includes any act in respect of which complaint may be made under section 20 of the Cattle Trespass Act 1871. The definition under section 2N refers to offences under different laws apart from the offences under the Indian Penal Code. So here we are done with the meaning and definition part of the crime. So let's talk about the nature of the crime. So crime is a social phenomena. It varies from place to place. What is crime in one place is not a crime in another place. It changes from time to time. What is a crime today may not be a crime tomorrow. For instance, adultery used to be a crime in India under section 497 IPC, but now it is no offense in our country. Likewise, the practice of sati prevailing in the primitive society was not an offense in those days, but it is now strictly prohibited and is punishable. So, in conclusion, the state or law prescribes certain standard of conduct to be observed by an individual in the society. Any deviation from the prescribed standard fixed by the state amounts to crime and is punishable. So here we have completed this important topic. This is it for today. We'll see you next time in another video. Thank you for watching.